Hey, what's up everybody? It's Gwen and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, welcome to my channel. So welcome to another segment of the Natural Hair Basics course. And today we're going to be talking about Hair pH 101. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also be sure to check out the description box for my natural hair coaching program, as well as my natural hair store, SoNaturalista shop. All right, let's get started. So as I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about Hair pH 101. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it in this course or the Natural Hair Advanced course, but I thought it was so fundamental that it's a good idea to have in the Natural Hair Basics course. So here we are. So let's start off with talking about what pH is. So pH is talking about how acidic or how basic something is. So for example, a tomato has pH of 6 and then bleach has a pH of I think like 11 to 13. So let's talk about why pH is important for your hair. So the pH of natural hair products is usually higher. When the pH of hair is higher, the hair cuticles open and the hair cuticle coats the hair. It makes the hair more porous and things are able to get in and out of the hair easily. Your hair cuticle opens and you're able to get, the product actually into your hair. So during the wash day process, your hair pH is increasing and your hair pores are open. So it's important to close the hair cuticle by the end of your wash day because you want to make sure that everything that you did during your wash day process is sealed into your hair. So this would involve bringing your hair pH down to its normal pH, which is somewhere between 4.5 and 5.5. But anyways, the best way to do this is to lower your hair's pH. I got into this concept because I had heard some people talking about it. Natural85 here on YouTube, she's an OG natural hair YouTuber, and she talked about how she closes her hair cuticle with aloe vera. And she's the first person that made me realize the concept of closing your hair cuticle in general. And so yes, aloe vera has a lower pH, so it can lower your hair's pH and therefore close your hair's cuticle. So one of the examples, like I mentioned, is aloe vera. Other things that can be used are apple cider vinegar and rice water. So I personally like to use apple cider vinegar. I have used rice water. It's good. It just has a lot of protein in it. So I personally am interested in using rice water for more of a protein treatment. My hair is sensitive to protein, so it just made it a little bit too strengthening. So I think I might just have to work on my proportions of water to rice ratio. I also thought it was a little bit of a time-consuming process. And then with aloe vera, it's been a while since I tried it and I just didn't end up liking it for my hair. I would say that apple cider vinegar ended up being a method that I got more benefit out of over time. So I just use store-bought apple cider vinegar. There are levels to this. You can go for the super natural. Those tend to be more expensive. So I tend to use just the regular store-bought. I think this is from Weiss. So I've used Walmart over the years. But anyways, these are usually cheaper, a couple dollars, and they work just as fine. So I personally like using apple cider vinegar for my hair. The pH of apple cider vinegar is, I think I just looked it up. I think it's 2 to 3. Yes, it brings your hair pH down to a normal pH, but I don't use straight apple cider vinegar. Because it's very acidic, it can burn the scalp. I haven't had any issues with this, and honestly, I don't put the apple cider vinegar on my scalp, but it is not recommended to use apple cider vinegar straight out of the bottle onto your hair. So I dilute mine for safety purposes. So you're supposed to dilute it from 1 to 4. So if you have a container, divide it in 4, and that quarter amount is what you should have apple cider vinegar, and then the rest water. So for example, here, I forget, of apple cider vinegar, and then I fill the rest with water. So I just refilled this. How I use this is after wash day, so this would be after my deep conditioners are out of my hair. Rinse it out, squeeze my hair dry, spray it on my hair. I pretty much do that twice. Spray this on my hair and squeeze it through, and then I rinse it out. And then I twist it up. So that is how I use apple cider vinegar. There has been confusion in my comment section about, oh, is it left in your hair? It is not left in your hair. When you rinse it out, it rinses out of your hair. I don't get any type of apple cider vinegar smell in my hair, especially because you are diluting it at that point. So as long as you're rinsing your hair thoroughly, it's usually fine. I don't have any issues with a smell that lingers. And after your hair cuticle is closed, your hair feels so much smoother, it looks a lot shinier, and I find that I'm able to retain moisture after wash day, which was my biggest issue, especially with my high porosity hair. That is what I personally use to balance my hair's pH at the end of my wash day. So what have we learned? So we learned that the natural pH of hair is 4.5 to 5.5. The pH of natural hair products is naturally higher, which increases the hair's pH and raises the hair cuticle. It is important that by the end of your wash day, your hair cuticle is back to the pH that it naturally is so that you retain moisture after your wash day and your hair doesn't dry out. So that is the fundamentals of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if it was a little all over the place, but this is the first time I've done a dedicated video on this topic. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also be sure to turn on all your notifications and hit the join button in the description box to become a channel member. Also be sure to check out my description box for my natural hair coaching program, as well as my natural hair store, SoNaturalista shop. I will see you in my next video. Bye.